Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk.
Hey Internet, Dracofunk here. And this is my 60 subscriber special where I drive a Rover to the North Pole. So here we are on our way to Point Gulf. Let's see. And we're actually almost there. And depending on how long it takes me to get there, I may just continue on past it. And that being said, we need to get moving. So I'm just going to do all the unhooking. I don't mean unhooking. I mean taking the satellite dishes down, releasing the brakes, and heading towards our target. I want to set it back up in surface speed. I want to try something. Control from here. Control point forward. Alright. Let's just do a cockpit view. Hey, that has fixed my Navball. Thank you to the YouTube user whose name I can't remember at the point. I am so sorry I can't remember your name right now. But I will try and remember to thank you in the comments for helping me fix my Navball, which makes it a lot easier now to do all this first-person driving, now that I'm not doing the first-person driving. Ooh. So let's just put on the speed, and because this is a relatively flat portion. I should probably have my electric charge up. I did not, even though I said I would, stop and do a good amount of recharging. I didn't do that. So we're just going to go with it. Hopefully we can recharge on the way. So, I need to be commentating about what I'm doing. Hey, did everybody check out Skrodrick playing Cosmoteer? If you haven't, go do that. He has inspired me. I'd like to try and play that game sometime. Not necessarily on the channel, just for fun. What else have we got going on? This Friday, the movie coming out is Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Our commentary for that will be out Friday evening at 5 o'clock. Also, preceding that at 4 o'clock is our commentary for the Marvel one-shot, All Hail the King. We also have, I believe... Well, we may have the Lower Decks episode, Season 3, Episode 4, whose title escapes me at this point in time. That may come out Friday at noon. I'm not going to give a 100% promise on that. If it doesn't come out this Friday, it'll be out next Friday. Speaking of next Friday, our commentary for Spider-Man Not the Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 will be out. I'm really hoping to finish this series sooner. All right. So you get up this hill. This hill's a little bit steeper than I thought it would be. That's okay. Trying to do multiple things. You can probably hear me dropping something. So last week I did the whole 1 hour journey in first person, which I said I'd do it if we got to 80 subscribers, and we did that. We've now surpassed that. We're at 84. So if you are brand new to our channel, welcome. We do I've been doing some playthroughs of well, not a playthrough. I'm playing in sandbox mode, Kerbal Space Program, where I set up a reusable space program, and this is actually in that save. And the other members of the channel, Shaggy B, Scrodrick, and Vomit, all also do playthroughs or let's plays of various other games, and then we get together sometimes and we watch shows and movies and do audio commentaries where you can listen along with us. It's kind of just stuff we do. We will occasionally do some let's plays together, and we've had other guests join us from time to time. All right. So I forgot to start a timer. Honestly, I thought I left my timer in the other room, but I didn't. But that's okay. We are now on the north portion of our journey. And hopefully we are going to make it to Point Gulf. Ideally, I'd like to make it within the first 15 minutes of this episode. That'd be perfect. I think I'm still a little bit too far away. Tell you what, normally I don't check till the 45-minute mark, but I will this time make an exception and check the map at the 15-minute mark. Ooh, and I have got myself going a little bit faster than I like to go because I'm being impatient. And that's a dangerous thing to do. I've come all this way. So if I'm not wrong, I don't think I have any major obstacles. Just minor obstacles. So I guess I should talk about some other things happening. So Artemis is on its way back to Earth. We're all hoping that mission goes well, so we can do basically the same mission, not exactly the same mission, but very close to the same mission in 2024. Let's see, SpaceX has rolled Booster 7 back to the Mega Bay and are doing some final upgrades to the booster. They're still talking about trying to do a December launch, which I think that might be a little rushed. I don't see it happening, especially with the booster being in the Mega Bay. But they have big aspirations. Aspirations? That's not the right word. Man, I haven't had my coffee yet. Well, the hope is that they do these final upgrades, can roll the booster out, do a 33 engine static fire. Then they need to do what's called a wet dress rehearsal, where they fully stack the booster with Ship 24, completely fuel everything, and go through a mock launching and do everything for that except ignite the engines. Then they may launch. But in order to do that, they have to finish the upgrades on Booster 7, which I imagine, I think in their timeline is they would be done with that by Monday, because they had road closures scheduled, but that didn't happen. So we will see how that goes. We got a nice, seeming a little bit larger ridge in the background. That'll be fun to get over. I'm not doing great on electricity. I'm really letting that run down. It's time to get that charged back up just a little bit. Coming up on the 15-minute mark here in just a few seconds, and then we will take a look inside at the map view and see how far away we are from Point Golf. As I said, I wanted to be just about arriving at Point Golf by the 15-minute mark, ideally. That's my aspiration. But like SpaceX, I think I'm going to be just a little bit behind that. Doesn't mean I'm not going to make it, just not exactly on the timeline I would prefer. Let's see where we are. Yeah, we still have a bit to go. So I'm guessing that that big ridge in the background that I can't see now because there's a small ridge, just beyond that is where Point Golf is. So this is probably more of a halfway point. I'm hoping. Well, we will check again in 15 minutes. We'll check the map. And hopefully by then we'll either be upon or past Point Golf. So, I'm doing something I usually don't do. I usually record these episodes a couple days in advance. Today, I didn't get a chance to do that, so I'm recording this actually mere hours before release. And that's just the way it goes. So today is December 7th, and I guess we should take a second to acknowledge what day that is. This is the day that will live in infamy. It is the day that of the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, where many U.S. Marines and naval personnel lost their lives as Japan attacked us with a large amount of aircraft from, 3 or 4 aircraft carriers. And officially ushered us into World War II. Kind of leaning, which is not good. Kind of like to say more about that, but just, the history is very interesting, and well, this channel really isn't about getting into the history of all that, and it just is a very tragic day. So back to commenting on Kerbal's space program. So putting back on the speed, running my electricity down. So the charge on here is going to be, may start to become an issue because I'm going up and down these small hills, and it takes electricity. It takes more electricity to go up them than it does to coast down them. So I'm actually at a net loss. And if you're watching, I'm actually slightly getting higher. So overall, I've been going up in altitude. Which again eats my batteries. So if you didn't watch, like, the first episode, I only had one passenger car and the studio and the front car, the locomotive, because we're gonna just call this a train. And before the episode's end, I actually completely ran out of battery power. So I added this car that I'm highlighting in the green, that has some extra batteries, some photovoltaic panels, and of course every car has 2 RTGs on it to help recharge. Looking back, I probably should have made a car that had a whole bunch of RTGs to charge, but I thought adding battery power would be enough. We picked up some extra passengers along the way, so we added another passenger car. I've lost my timer. There it goes. It's not quite time to pick up that look at the map just yet. When we reach Point Golf, we will pause and stop there for a minute. I don't recall if there's a passenger to be picked up at Point Golf. I just don't remember. But I would like to check and make sure, because it's a long way to drive back. I'm almost too tired to be doing this. Wait, is that it? That might be the base right there. I'm like pretty sure that that's where it is, which is awesome, because that means we're going to get there before the halfway point. So I'm just going to coast the rest of the way. Yep, there it is. That is Point Golf. If you're interested in how these bases got here, you should watch the episodes titled Dropping Bases from an Aircraft, because that's how these bases got here. I flew them out here. They parachuted down. Alright, let's put the brakes on and not put them on fast enough. But here we are. There's Point Golf. Let's go ahead and see. It is Ron Burr. Ron Burr, you're just gonna stay there. You didn't even bother putting the ladder down. So since we are at Point Golf, let's go ahead and take a look at the map now. So here we are. And we have to take a look at the map, actually, because I got to switch targets to Point Hotel. Which means we only have one more base before we head to the North Pole. And I'm going to have to be careful. I need to go to the right of this rocky section that's in between us and it. So I do have a little bit of a it looks like I need to go north, and then there's two ridges I need to go in between. I'll have to make a right turn, go around them, and then, well, go around them and head kind of east through what would be at the top of your screen, and then make a left turn and head north. Alright, well, let's switch back. Let's see if I can see that on the map yet. Yeah. Okay. So why is that saying I'm going backwards? Why is this saying I am not heading towards target? That's weird. What did I actually set as target if I didn't have point? I don't know. Okay. That's fine. So if I go as the crow flies, do they have crows on Kerbin? I mean, I know they don't, but do you think they have some sort of birds? They probably do. They're probably called crows. They just start with K. So this will be the shot I can use for the slide. So we're now heading towards Point Hotel, which is the last of the bases dropped. And once it's the last of the bases dropped until we go on to the ice shelf. And once we're onto the ice shelf, it's just a straight shot to the North Pole base. It is very early and I have not had my coffee. And my goal, I guess, this is episode 12. I didn't want to do 13 episodes of this, but I'm going to have to. I don't want to be superstitious, but man, episode 13. I guess my goal in episode 13 would be to, 1, not wreck, and 2, to make it to Point Hotel. Historically, though, I will it'll probably take me 3 episodes to get there, including this one, so and that's mainly because, I mean, I could do it all in one setting, but they get to be too long, and I've decided, since all of these are just me basically driving, that I need to keep them to about at least an hour, and that's even an hour is a long time. If you actually sit through and listen to me talk basically about nothing for an hour, I appreciate you, and you know. Also, I want to give a shout out to our Patreon, Scrodrick. Hey, Scrodrick, leave a message in the comments. And if you feel like being one of our Patreons, there's a link, should be a link in the description. Hey, and I do have a special going on, and there's the last chance to be part of a passenger on the North Pole expedition train. You basically have to do this the day this video comes out. Well, maybe. Maybe like the day or two after. You know what? I probably won't record the next episode until the weekend. So like Saturday. And if you want to be a passenger on the North Pole expedition, where I can pick you up at Point Hotel, just head to our Patreon. There's a $3 tier. And you could have a Kerbal like Dr. Orgnag here. Please, please keep your names school appropriate. I don't want another monkey butt incident. Ugh. Now I know if I keep going north, eventually I'm going to have to turn right. I think I got a bit to go. I'm gonna have to. Okay, so that big hill. See, it's not even a big hill. But there's a hill to the right that I have to get around and then turn right and travel east through. And if you notice, this craft does pull to the right. Oh, I wasn't watching my electricity. Now we're down below 3,000 units. Well, that's cool. Especially since I'm going up a hill. Oh, now I'm going down. I'll just let this coast at least get me around 3,000 until I have to go back up the hill. I'm losing too much speed. Really would like to build a new computer. just have something a little bit more powerful. Where are we at? Well, we've passed the halfway mark. We're coming up on 45 minutes. We can't make it to Point Hotel today. I think that hill off in the distance is where I need to turn right. But I will look at that in the map. Here's what I'm afraid is going to happen is if I don't reach that point where I'm heading east, or even if I do, I don't think I'm going to reach the point where I can just start heading north, is I'm going to shut this down and go into the next episode and completely forget that I have to go around all those rocky hills and get myself into trouble by heading directly towards Point Hotel. Because the problem is in the hilly sections, the hills, while we do have some hills that can be bad, generally they're nice and a little bit forgiving. But in the rocky section, the rocky section can be just very steep going up, and then almost sheer drops going down, and they're not suited for Rover driving. And it was the first episode I did for when we got to 70 subscribers, where I man, I haven't had my coffee. Drove in first person. I did just that. I missed the easy path and got myself in a situation where I had to backtrack. It was 25 minutes in the wrong direction, and I had to drive basically 25 minutes back. Okay. So I'm actually pretty close to where I need to start heading east. And now the issue is it's really hard to tell up close which way I need to head. I'm going to come over these hills. And hopefully over this ridge I'll be able to see. Notice I am purposefully not heading to target just yet. So I'm hoping I can see the passage in between. It's really hard to tell. Well, either I'm supposed to go to the right or left of that mountain. It's not really a mountain, it's more of a hill. I just don't know. So I guess what the safe thing to do is to kind of head for it, and hopefully I'll be able to see. Let's go ahead and check and see where I'm at on the map. No, I need to go to the left of it. And of course now it's hard to see because of all the terrain. And I'm probably going to just make it there and then see if I remember. So here's episode 13. Do I remember to go east before I go north? I'd like to tell you, so, the idea is we keep ourselves mildly anonymous, and the next thing I have to do would not let me do that. My wife has brought me coffee. That will help. All right. Whoa. Head a little bit more north. Well, we're down to just about 2,000 units of electricity. Well, that's fun. I suppose I could have dropped some sort of charging station. So I did give in other videos, I did say if we reached 100 subscribers by the end of 2023, that I would drive this rover from the North Pole to the South Pole. And at that point in time, we were many subscribers away. We are actually only 16 subscribers away from that now, and that suddenly in the realm of possibilities. I guess, let's see, that'd be 5 or 6 subscribers a week. We're not quite getting that. So, it's not necessarily something that may or may not happen, but it's suddenly in the realm of possibilities. And it's like, yay! Oh. The realization that this took me... The first couple episodes went pretty much as I expected, but as we get further north, it has taken me much longer than anticipated. Okay. I gotta turn more north and not tip over as I do so. And so this is going to take like 15 or 16 episodes to get to the North Pole, and I'm realizing to get to the South Pole, since the Space Center is basically right on the equator, that's going to be like double that, and probably then some. But I'll do it. I believe most likely what I would do, instead of doing the whole 1 hour episodes like this, I would do it as a small segment of the reusable space program, because I realize I've been doing a lot of this, which hasn't really given me much time to actually do the space stuff of the space program. And I want to get back into that, and if we make it there, that'll just be part of season 2, where every episode we check and see how the North Pole expedition's doing. If anything exciting happens, I can show that, but it would probably be do whatever we're doing the episode and like, hey, how's the, I guess it wouldn't be the North Pole expedition. At that point, it'd be the South Pole expedition. How's that coming? And I'd have to be setting up some sort of method of probably putting some bases and infrastructure on maybe some charging stations along the way. Hey, so next Monday, this past Monday, Scrodrick did a Let's Play of Cosmo Tier. This Monday, I'm going to try again of playing some Star Trek The Next Generation, the 1993 NES game. And see if I can take revenge on the Talarians, who kind of ended me last time, which was embarrassing because the Talarians weren't really a strong faction in Star Trek. I think they were only in one or two episodes. I I think they were in 2 episodes. So I think I am on the hill I'm supposed to be going around. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the easy path I want to be in is down there, and I'm driving up the hill that I said I wanted to go around. Let me maybe not. Which is even more worrisome. Either way, I feel like I'm on the side of the hill when I should be down in the valley. And, well, we're running out of time in this episode. So I'm going to need to find a place where I can park the Rover until next time. Well, not exactly in the place I'd like to be. So I'm going to start the next episode having to get into that little path, and I might forget. Well, the good news is I think from here, if I head north, I will miss most of the rocky terrain, but I'll skirt by just on the edge of it, and there are some hills leading up to it. I really want to get on the more flatter section. And that's really not going to happen. Okay, I got 1 minute. I just want to get up here and kind of at the top of this section over this pass. So I'm probably going to go like a minute over just to get up here because I don't want to start on some weird angle. Yeah, I gotta get at least to the top of this ridge. And we're down below 2,000 units of electricity. Actually, we may dip below 1,000 units of electricity just to get up here. But that's okay. And we're at the 1 hour mark. But as soon as I get to the top of this hill, we'll stop, park, and sign off. Hey, if you haven't done so, like and subscribe to this video. You know, the YouTube algorithm, it helps and stuff. And the more people like and subscribe, the more chances they'll have of seeing me have to drive this Rover to the South Pole. I mean, we're 16 subscribers away. But I'm going to go ahead and park it here, bring out the satellite dishes so the mobile recording studio can transmit. And I'm going to sign off on Dracofunk. This is a Highway 47 Productions YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.